Hello everyone and welcome to I Know You Know, your one-stop knowledge sharing platform for all things careers, life after high school, as well as opportunities that are available to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do consider subscribing if you haven't already subscribed, especially if you are new. We do share useful information that helps people along their career picking journey and along carving a career that is fulfilling to them. So as mentioned in the intro, this week's video is about vacation work. What is vacation work? How do I go about finding it? How do I prepare for it? And finally, what is the experience like when I'm there at the place already? So that's what I'll be covering in this video. And if this is of interest to you, stay tuned. So what is VAC work? So VAC work is short for vacation work or vacation internship. This is work that you do during the holidays. So what this looks like is you would go to a certain organization or workplace and you would work there for the duration of the holidays. This is while you are still in university, and it's either especially June holidays or even December, January holidays. All right, so the difference between VAC work and like internships or graduate programs is the fact that VAC work actually happens while you're still in varsity. So you could look at this as some sort of like a job shadowing something, or like you just getting experiential training while you're still studying towards your desired program. Whereas with graduate programs and with internships or articles, they typically happen at the end of your studies, when you've completed your studies and you're now starting and you're like entry level into whatever career or industry you've studied for. So there are two types of VAC work opportunities. The first one is formal VAC work opportunities by the company. So this is where the company actually organizes VAC work opportunities as part of their yearly activities. This means that they make available a set number of positions during the school holidays, which they offer to university students during the breaks. Now, this typically involves a formal application process, which they will then work through and pick the set number of learners or students to come and work at their company for the duration of the holidays. Companies typically use this as a way to suss people out and actually see if you're a good fit for the company before they actually hire you. So a lot of the times they will, in the application process, be looking at typically the types of people they would be looking for anyways when they hire, and then they will actually vet you and see how you work and how you fit into the company culture during VAC work without actually committing to you long term. And then if you are a fit, usually they then offer you a position when you're done with your studies. So it also does help them cut down the cost of hiring in the long run, because they avoid making mistakes or getting people that don't really fit into the company culture. So it's testing ground for them. And of course it benefits the student in that you get to also experience what it feels like to work there before you actually go there. And you get to decide as well if you really want to go there. I know people that have done VAC work and after that they were like, nope, this is not for me. And this experience actually helped them decide that, instead of getting to the end of their studies, being hired by a company and then realizing that actually this is not for me. So it is useful on both sides, and I would encourage you to do it. The second type of VAC work is the one which you organize yourself. This is where you, in your own career picking journey and as part of your own experiential learning, approach an organization or a company and actually ask if you can actually work for them during the holidays. This can also just be to make money, so it's not always just about the learning part, but a lot of the times the reason people do it is to learn and get experience of what the environment is like, and to just aid themselves in preparation for what is to come when they are finally done with their studies. The last thing I forgot to mention about vacation work is the fact that it does make your CV look good. Everybody wants to work with someone who's worked somewhere before, and vacation work helps to fill in those spots and actually say, hey, I actually worked at I Know You Know for like a month and I was responsible for doing A, B, and C. They can see that you have transferable skills and you actually can add value to an organization. that already speaks volumes, even if you will not end up in the same environment as what you did for VAC work. But the fact that you've done that and added value to an organization does make you a suitable candidate or an interesting candidate when people are looking at your CV during your applications. So please take that as a tip to actually go out there and look for VAC work and do VAC work while you're studying. All right, point number 2. How do I go about getting vacation work? So as I've already differentiated, there are 2 types of vacation work. So with the formal vacation work, you would need to do your research into companies that you're interested in doing vacation work for. So this would include going onto their website, checking out the opportunities that they have, and seeing when they advertise positions for vacation work. And if you do miss out on an application season for their vacation work, follow them on their social media pages so that you can actually see when they post the next opportunity. So similarly to us guys, follow us, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so that you can see when we post the next video. So it's the same thing. You also do that with those companies so that the next time they actually upload an opportunity, you can actually get it. So you would need to do this type of research and then of course submit your application, put your best foot forward when they do eventually release these opportunities out. For the second type of vacation work, which is informal vacation work, in informal vacation work or informally organized vacation work, this is the one that you organize yourself, you would actually need to find a way to stand out. So this can be in a number of ways. So you can either write a proposal to a company and tell them what it is that you want to learn, why you want to learn it, when you want to learn, and what industry or department you want to be a part of during the VAC work. You can submit this to a company and ensure that you actually do stand out. Alternatively, you can also approach people at events. A lot of higher learning institutions have some events or some societies that host events and have people coming over. You can also approach people from there and actually strike up a conversation with someone and say, hey, I actually would like to check this career out a little bit closely. I want to learn, this is what I want to immerse myself in, and this is why I want to do it. And that in itself can actually lead to an opportunity for you. All right, number 3, what is vacation work like? So this will differ across different industries because remember, different workplaces anyways have a different work experience. So your vacation work will also depend on which industry you're in. However, with formal type of vacation work, you will find that often that there is a program for you to follow. So this might include site visits or rotating to different departments so that you get more exposure, or being allocated to someone who will actually guide you or someone that you can work with. Sometimes they even give you real life case scenarios for you to work through during your VAC work that will give you actual experiential training of what it would feel like to work in that environment. So this is with formal vacation work. With informal vacation work or vacation work that you've organized yourself, your work will largely depend on what your request was and what you requested to be exposed to, what the company can offer you, as well as of course the resources. Obviously, if there's no one to actually take you around for the site visits, you might not end up doing site visits. So it really will depend on the opportunity that you got and the conversations that you had with the people around what it is that you want to learn and what they also told you is available from their side. With vacation work that you organized yourself, you might find that you won't be able to do it for a set number of a full dedicated week being there, especially if it's not part of the company's normal procedure or program. So you might come maybe over a couple of Saturdays or some days that they say are available for you to come, where someone will be available to assist you, guide you, and take you through the company's processes. So just because it's not a fully dedicated week or a couple of weeks doesn't mean that it's not useful. You can still do this work in bits and pieces and actually still get the required experiential training or exposure to the industry and the type of work that you might be interested in. So still do take that opportunity. All right, last but not least, number 4, how do I prepare for VAC work? So let's say you've applied or you've organized and you've got this VAC work now. Now you're actually about to go there. You're wondering what it is that you should do. Well, the first thing you should do is consider what it is that you want to learn. This will actually help you have direction in your engagements and encounters at the workplace. Secondly, consider how you want to impress. Remember, this can actually end up being an opportunity for you and you end up getting a job from this vacation work. So do consider how you want to impress. Don't be OTT, like over the top, and just do the most, Put yourself out there, put your best foot forward, but don't do too much. Don't be too performative, because they can also see when it's fake. What you want to do is to show that you add value, like find strategic ways to impress. So show that you can add value, show that you have good ideas, show that you take initiative. Those are some of the things that you can consider doing while you're doing vac work. But before then, you can plan how it is you're going to execute those. Number 3, think of the practical things. Think of a dress code. Do they have a dress code? Are you prepared to be part of the dress code? So in engineering, you might need safety boots, but a lot of places might give you the safety boots there. And in a corporate environment, you will need formal clothes, which you'll need to get yourself. So just find out what type of environment it is, what their dress code is, and ensure that you are ready for that. You don't want to be sticking out like a sore thumb wearing clothes that you actually don't wear in that environment, because that will also not be a good image, and it will reflect the fact that you did not do your research at all. So you don't want that. Lastly, think of travel and accommodation. You might be doing your vac work outside of your hometown or the town that your learning institution is in, which means you may need to organize accommodation as well as travel. You can ask friends or families to support, or you can book yourself somewhere and ensure that you have the means to travel to the actual workplace. But this is something you would need to organize beforehand as part of your preparation. So please do consider that and reach out to people. A lot of the times people will be supportive when you tell them that you're doing something and taking initiative towards your career, and it's something that will benefit you in the long run. And a lot of the times people will generally be supportive and assist you where they can. That's it. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Please do subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can see when we put out the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you in the next one. Goodbye.